everybody, and welcome to William's Warhammer World, and today I got a big surprise for you. Whoops, that was embarrassing. But check it out, it's the new High Elf book, and I'm going to go a quick overview about it. And being in Tokyo, I got it pretty early. So, first and foremost, High Elves got to keep Always Strike First. That was a big concern about a lot of players, whether or not they got to keep it, and in fact, they do, so my fellow elf players, be happy. We get to keep our rule. Alright, so first we're going to go ahead and talk about the Universal Army rules. I can't really say their names because GW copyright, but I'm going to talk about what each one does. But they still have, the martial prowess, which allows you to fight an additional rank as supporting attacks. Very great. And when I go through the units, we're going to talk about which units have this. They also have Valor of the Ages, which makes them reroll all panic, fear, and terror tests when facing dark elves. There's another thing that allows them to get +1 to all casting rolls with the Lore of High Magic. We'll go over the Lore of High Magic as well. They have a rule that allows them to get a 2+ war save if they have this rule against all flaming attacks. It's pretty impressive because the Flaming Banner is bringing a comeback and get a 2 ward save against it. They have another rule that the Sisters of Avalon that allows them to any armies from the Force of Destruction that takes a wound have a -1 to the armor save. That's pretty good because Forces of Destruction only have good armor saves. Warrior Chaos being the new army out right now. They have some pretty cool stuff too, where their horses do not suffer the -1 movement for having barding. Very awesome. Elves' horses are fastest. Now they're even faster. Now they can, make sense. You can have a really good cavalry-based high elf army. The dragon armor is pretty much the same. The Bow of Avalon, which is a new bow. It has the magical rule we just talked about. It also has flame attacks and volley fire. And the Lion Cloak, it's no longer a 2 ward save like it used to be, but it does give you a +2 to your armor save. So it's pretty impressive. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip all the fluff and go straight to, I'll go over the independent characters in the next movie. Well, not independent characters, sorry, that's my 40k side. Special characters. Right now, we're going to go over the army list. And let me turn to it. It's, I read it on the train, and I'm pretty familiar with it, but I don't know it by heart. So you have Lord Tyrion came back. Teclis is back. You have a new guy, Elthron the Grim. We'll go over him later. You have Elith Anar as a new special character. Alriel the Radiant, which is another new special character. Your Prince is pretty awesome. Initiative 8, strength 4, high weapon skill, good armor save. You can take a lot of, pretty much every mount. The Great Eagles and Griffins have new abilities that they can be upgraded to. We'll go over that when we get to the bestiary video. The Archmage is cheaper. He comes automatically as a level 3. You can choose Lore of High Magic or any of the 8 lores, so they have pretty large access to magic in it, like they always could. They can also ride a dragon, Brother Sun, Moon, or Star. They can take up to 100 points. Then you have the Anointed of Assyrian, which is pretty much a Phoenix Guard special character that can join other units. He's had magic resistance. He has the Blessing of Assyrian, which is awesome. That for any unit that he joins gets a 6 ward save. And that's a Witness of Destiny. But he causes fear. His magic resistance 2. He's pretty good. And then is the Lore Master of the Hoeth. That thing is awesome. I'm definitely going to throw that in my Sword Masters. He is a mage that is a level 2 that can cast any spells from the 8 lores of magic. Phenomenal. Really great. He always strikes first, and he has a great weapon. So, people trying to do the assassination on your mage is like, alright, bring it. I want you to. Come fight me, bro. I'm striking first. I'm rerolling the hit. Your chaff is not going to do damage to me. Bring it on. and he can take up to a lot of points in armor too. He's a lord, but whatever. I'm throwing him in my sword masters because it fit for the plus. I love the sword masters, so there's that. The mounts that they have are the Elven Steed, the Great Eagle, the Griffin, the Sun, Moon, and Star Dragons. So I don't know if the, but anyway, the dragons are scaly skin 3+, so 3 of armor save. So far the heroes, the special character heroes are Korhil and Karadarian. The Elf Noble, which would be your BSB, and he can pretty much do everything. He can't be mounted on a dragon, but he can be mounted on all the other mounts. So he's pretty impressive. You got your level 1 mages, but haven't really changed. Your dragon mage at Kalendor, pretty much the same, hasn't really changed. But it went down in price. And a lot of things, I can't talk about points really, but a lot of the elf stuff went down in price, which is, it was pretty amazing, pretty good. Kind of makes it, you know, balance. There's 2 new hero classes or special characters. You got the Lotharian Seenhelm, which is a special character / hero character for, you know, you want to put in your Lotharian Sea Guard. He has the rules Naval Discipline and Windrider. That's pretty, you know, it's not really good unless you put it on one of those fancy new flying chariots. The Handmaiden and the Everqueens, pretty good. They have Quicksilver Shot, and you know, pretty much almost everything in the army has martial prowess. It's just great. And the new rule for martial prowess, but it also works for shooting. So you know how your front 2 ranks can only shoot? If you have martial prowess, your front 3 ranks can shoot, which, let me scoot up, you know, which is awesome. Being able to shoot 15 shots, 30 shots if you go by 10, that's a lot of shots. And elves, you know, pretty good. Now, Core has really got upgraded with the Illyrian Reavers being moved to Core, and then the Silverhelms also being moved to Core. So it is very viable to make a cavalry base high elf army, be very mobile, very hard hitting with speed of Assyrian, aka always strikes first, and being able to shoot. Like they can do the whole wood elf thing with they do feign retreat because the Illyrian Reavers are fast attack. But you know, you have your archers, your Lotharian Sea Guard, and your spearmen, and they all have martial prowess, which is phenomenal. And just so you know, pretty much they all went down in point cost too, which the Lotharian Sea Guard is being the most expensive because you get the shield and the spear and the bow. So, but you get what you pay for. I like Lotharian Sea Guard. I'm gonna run them in my core, and you'll see my army eventually. I'm actually working on it, so I'll do an update with that. I finally got more models in, and then I'm gonna do some unboxing in the next couple of videos. The Lion Chariot, pretty much the same. It's stubborn though, and it causes fear, so that's really great. It went down in points. The White Lions of Charse is pretty much, it's went down in point costs. They have Forest Strider now. They're stubborn, Battle of the Ages, and martial prowess. So they're good. They are, you know, a lot of people said that they were the best. I like Swordmasters because they have the extra attack, but White Lions can take shots. Swordmasters can't take shots. So I think it's up to preference on what you want to do with them. They each have their praise. Next we're going to go to Swordmasters. They got even buffer. You know, I was just saying that they can't take shots. They got a new rule that allows them to shoot bows as shots that's coming into them that aren't magical or templates. So you can imagine these guys just running in with great swords, and you're like, get out, don't mess with me. Come at me, bro. Shoot at me, bro. I'm coming for you. I'm coming to get you. You're dead. Fantastic. I really like Swordmasters now. They went down in cost too. And they can take a magic standard, and so can the White Lions. So yeah, they're really great. They're following the specials, of course, and the Shadow Warriors. They're the same. You know, always strike first, hatred, scouts, skirmishers, Battle of the Ages. They didn't really change much. Then we're gonna go to the Phoenix Guard. Didn't really change either, but the Call Sphere, they have Witness to Destiny, so they have a 6+ ward. They also have let me go back. Let me go ahead and check that again on whether or not they got the 4+ ward. I'm pretty sure they did, but let me go ahead and double check. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. So the Phoenix Guard. Whoop. See that I passed him. My apologies, rather. One thing that just don't know why I look, they got rid of the ban of sorcery. It's a really big blow to high elf magic, but they did get another unit that allows you to reroll 1 dice per cast. It's not as good as getting 3d3 plus additional power dice, but it's still better than nothing. So let me read this. Where is it? It's a little hard to find. I apologize for that, because they're not under, the Phoenix Guard. They're under Chosen of Assyrian. So anyways, so they have Witness to Destiny that gives them a 4+ ward save. That's awesome. So they're pretty much the same, except they have Martial Prowess, which is 3 ranks, man. You're getting whacked. If you have Horde, bam, 40 attacks. If you're going to go 10x4. But yeah, Martial Prowess, ready to go. Elvis Infantry are not anything to sniff at anymore. Even the archers have Martial Prowess, so they don't have armor and they have crap for strength, but they can strike a lot of attacks. And a lot of attacks, volume of fire, it will get through. Alright, so we talked, and the Dragon Princes of Kalandor, or Kalador, they're pretty much the same. Heavy cavalry, they have 2+ armor save. They have the ward save for being against fire, because they fight magic, or they fight dragons. So there's that. They can take up a magic standard, just like the Phoenix Guard. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They don't cause fear. I figured they would cause fear too, because the models just look terrifying to me. They're like, oh my god, these guys look. They know what they're doing. They're here to kill. But the Phoenix Guard do cause fear. And here we go, the new units, the Lothrian Skycutter. It's a flying chariot. The dudes on it have bows. Alright, so it's strength 5, impact hits, toughness 4, 4 runes. It can fly. That's it. It's a flying chariot that you can throw a bolt throw, which I don't see it being used by a lot of players, but you can fly up to the side of a flank and get those shots across the line and just deal damage and just pierce ranks. So I can see that as a viable strategy. I don't know if people will do it. I'm going to try it. I bought one to try it, so I'll let you guys know how it goes, but I see that as a very viable option for using it, although it is a large target and people are going to try and take it out because it has an eagle eye bolt thrower on it. But yeah, but it also causes impact hits, so bam. If you win in doubt, ram them, Going to rare units, we're going to go with the Eagle Eye, or Eagle Claw, my apologies, not Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye sounds cool, come on, Eagle Claw. Yeah, you're going to throw a claw, whatever, you're going to catch them, it's dumb, but Eagle Eye. But anyway, it's pretty much just a bolt thrower. The crew has, always strikes first. What do you do? That's it. It's cheap as crap. I'm definitely bringing 2, but other than that, it's not that big of a deal. You get Great Eagles, awesome. I love Great Eagles. And yeah, you can't have 4 as you used to, but you can have a 2 because of the rare thing. Then you have the Flame Fire Phoenix, which is awesome. It has some minuses to it. I'm gonna go over that right now. Let me go to the Flame Fire Phoenix. Let me tell you about it, because I didn't really look into it that much, but I do have one. So let me go over that real fast. The Phoenixes. Great Eagles, Chosen of Syrian. Alright, Phoenixes. Okay, they have the rule. They have Fireborn, so they get a ward save against flaming attacks. Obviously, it's made out of fire. You can't really hurt fire with fire. That's retarded. They have flaming attacks. Duh. They fly, large target, and terror. There's a rule called Tune the Magic, and so when you roll for Winds of Magic, you compare the highest d6, and that will transfer to these abilities. The abilities gives them a 6+ ward save, or they reduce the ward save to 6. You get a -1 to strength. The Phoenix, they get a +1 initiative, +1 attack, +1 strength, and a +1 to the ward save. So the lower obviously you roll is worse, the higher is better. So, and that is a Flamefire Phoenix. It also has a reborn, so if you kill it, it comes back. It's pretty awesome. There's you roll a d6 to see what happens. On a 6, it comes back. 3 and 5, it does a strength 4 hits to everybody around it under the large blast template. 1 and 2, it's dead. Like it's like an abomination kind of thing. Yeah. What's cool, if also this is awesome, when it flies over a unit in the remaining moves phase, which is normal movement, or if it, you can march, any unengaged unit that it flies over takes a D3 strength 4 hits per rank after the first. So just considering you're just flying over there and just dealing damage, and if you're flying from the side, they can't charge you because they don't have line of sight. I can see that as very potential, very, very threatening. It's going to be a target for people to take out, and you want to have a lot of high value targets so people don't know which to target. They're a monstrous creature that can fly, or beast, a monster, and they're toughness 5, strength 5, 5, and initiative 4, but they only have 3 attacks, but they do get thunderstomp. So that's the flame spire one, which is pretty awesome. So let's go to the Frostheart. So any unit in base contact with it has the always strikes last special rule and -1 to the strength to a minimum 1. Wow. Get this mother into close combat. Supporting, of course. You don't want to charge it in first. Get into flank. It's going to really put a hindrance on the unit that is supporting. I see this more of a supporting one. I see both of them as supporting units, not really attacking units, but they're both good, and they're not expensive. I would bring 2. And since actually they're 2 different ones, you can probably bring 4 if you really wanted to, depending on your point cost, because you can have two Flamefire and maybe 2 Frostheart. I'm not 100% sure. If I'm wrong on that, correct me. Don't be a jerk about it. Okay, guys. It has a natural armor of 5+. And let's see if it has any other special rules. No. So that's a special rule. However, Caradine can fly one of these. Just throwing it out there. The special character, I'll go with that. But he flies a Frostheart Phoenix. So, with that being said, we went over all the new units except a lot of people have been waiting for these, the Maidens of Avalon. So let me go over those. Okay, these have the arrows of Aishra that allows you to get -1 to their armor save if they're forces of destruction. Phenomenal. I mean, it's like having an additional strength. I mean, you don't wound as much, but you are getting wounds through their high armor. They have Strike first and Martial Prowess. And they aren't skirmishers, so you can rank them up. And as I said, Martial Prowess, 3 ranks can fire, and Strength 4 magic attacks. Pretty good. Flaming, so lowering your armor save. I see these as a very potentially high value unit in a high up army. There's so many good options. So many good options in this book. I really like this book. So hopefully I'll get a game in. I plan on getting a game in against Warriors of Chaos, but not this week, but next weekend. Oh, the special character, the Lord, the Handmaiden of Everqueen, has a Quicksilver shot, which allows all of them to have Quicksilver shot. The the quick to fire special rule. That's awesome. You can move and shoot without taking penalties. Pretty great. And then you can always shoot no matter the charge distance. So pretty awesome. I really like this unit. And they have value of ages, value of the ages. Sorry guys, talking's hard. And always strikes first. So that being said, we're gonna we have the Griffins. Griffins are now monsters. So that little thing you get with the Isle of Blood, you have to put it on a new base. It's not a monster base. Thanks, G-Dub. Way to make more money. Great Eagles, pretty awesome. The upgrades that the Great Eagle can get is she always strikes first. Wow. Thank you. I'll take that. And I'll put a character on it, and I'm always striking first. Swooping Strike. They have devastating charge, and a +1 strength. Yeah, I'll take that too. Why not? It's only 50 point. Oh, it's cheap. Shredding Talons. They get the armor piercing. Why not take both? Doesn't say you can't, right? We already know what Phoenix is. So I'm gonna go over the high elf magic, and the next video is gonna be all about the special characters. So let me go over and look at the high elf. It's not as good as I thought it would be, but I can see the potential of it, and the potential can be great. Like everything in this book. Everything in this book has a great potential. Let me say it again. High elves are a contender. They're going to be a contender. They don't have monsters infantry, but they're going to be. They're going to be a contender. I'm a contender. It's like Rocky. Okay, so the first spell is Drain Magic, which pretty much allows you to remove hexes at will for 7+. It also allows you to remove remains in play spells. Okay, you have Mind Razors until the end of your turn? No, you don't. I'm removing it during my magic phase. Sorry, bro. Try again. Another one. Oh, it has two signature spells, so you can choose which one. You go Drain Magic or Soul Magic. Soul Leech, which is a range 18-inch magic missile that causes strength 4 hits. That's on a 8+. The caster can upgrade it to do 4d6 strength 4 hits, but it increases the cost to 16. So bam, you have a big freaking fireball Soul Leech, or you can be a buffer, a little support mage. I would put that on a little level 1, just taking off their buffs and the hexes off of my guys. The new one, the first spell, the level 1 spell, is the Apophis, which is an augment spell that targets a single model with an 18 engine, and the unit immediately regains 1 lost rune. Oh, thanks, dude. It's like, Lore of Life. The wizard can cast a more powerful version, and instead it regains D3 lost runes. Wow. And it's only 10+ then. And regardless of how many runes it gained, it also gains the special rule Fear. Wow, so you're healing him and he's gaining Fear. I can see that as pretty, yeah. Even if you don't even gain a wound, he's still getting Fear for only 5+. You can throw a dice at it, for shiggles. The Hand of Glory is an augment spell that increases your weapon skill, ballistic skill, initial, and movement, but you choose by D3 until the start of your next turn. Or the start of the next magic phase. You can cast a more impressive one, but it increases all 4 on a random D3. The casting cost is increased to 10+. So you can roll on 10+, your movement, your initiative, your ballistic skill, and your weapon skill is increased by D3 for 10+. Not bad. That's not bad at all, guys. That's actually good. I like it. I like it a lot. The Walk Between Worlds. Target a single unagain user within 24 units. The unit gains ethereal. Or ethereal, however you want to pronounce it, guys. Tomato, it's not a big deal. And you can immediately move it as though it was in the remaining moves subset. So you can move it, you can march it, and then throw it up again. It's like the Hand of Gork. And, yeah. And in which case the unit also gains the ethereal special rule until the end of the turn, and maybe you can so you can boost it, move it 20 inches, and it gains ethereal, and you move them 20 inches. So you move and then throw it. It's like, holy crap! These elves can behind enemy lines. It's like that movie, Behind Enemy Lines. They're behind enemy lines. You can throw a unit of Swordmasters behind their lines. Holy crap! I'm thinking to myself, why not free reform? Cast it on the boosted version. Face the other way when you reform. Throw them. That way they're facing that way. Charge in. What the hell are they going to do? Because they're going to have to spend a turn to turn around to face you. Or you're going to get charged by a horde of swordsmen. I can see potential with this one. The Tempest is a direct damage spell. Place a large round template anywhere within 30 inches of the wizard. Casts scatters d6 inches. All models suffer strength 3 hits. Any models with the strength fly rolls through strength 4. They get a -1 to hit rolls until the start of the next magic phase. And shooting attacks that do not use blitz skill must roll a 4+ for firing. Hey, counter cannons. Boom. Do this. You can't shoot. Range 30 inches. You're going to get within 30 inches on the first turn to shut down cannons potentially. 12 points. I can see this. Maybe you can bring elves, dragon mages now. You know, you can actually bring dragons and characters mounted on monsters without the fear of being shot in one turn. Okay. The next one is Arcane of Forging, a direct damage spell, and every model suffers a single wound on a dice roll greater or equal to the unmodified armor. No armor saves are allowed, so you want to cast this on high armor values, and then it's like a lower metal. It has no effects on magic items, mounts, magic items, blah 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 blah. And do not include. Okay. Oh, what that means if once you do that, after you do the damage, they have to reveal any magic items on any characters in that list, in that unit. So if you want to know if this guy has a Ring of Olus with the beast in it, he has to tell you. Or if he has a Flaming Banner, he has to tell you before you charge. So that could be good, but most tournaments are open list, so you can look anyway. So that effect is there, but not really used for good in friendly games. Fiery Confunction, the 6th level spell, the powerful spell. It's a remains in play spell. Alright, so they're going to have to dispel this baby. And it's a direct damage spell with a range of 24 inches. Every model in the unit takes a strength 4 hit with flaming attacks, and at the end of every subsequent, that's mine, yours, the unit, every model in the unit suffers a strength 4 hit, and it remains in play. So they're going to have to dispel it, or every turn, taking damage. I want good spell. Great spell. I like it. It's good. High magic, forget what I said before. High magic is good in certain circumstances. I will bring it. I'll bring it on the level 4. And I'm bringing a Lore Master of Hohe. So those are my 2 casters. You know, my Archmage is going to have the Power Scroll to cast these big babies. And then my Lore Master is going to have the Dispel Scroll. So there's that. Let's go with the lore attribute, save the best for last. Not really best. But each time a spell from this lore is successfully cast, the caster immediately gains +1 to the ward save until the beginning of the next magic phase. Models that do not already have a ward save gain a 6+ ward save. So, what to do, get a ward save. I'd rather get a wound back. I'd rather get a lot of other stuff. A power die back, maybe. I don't know, Lizardman. But it's something. How long have I been talking? 30 minutes, almost. I'm gonna go over the. Goddamn, my mic, and forget my GD. I'm gonna go over the items, and then I'm done. Okay. It was right next to the page I was at. Okay, yeah, Blade of Leaping Gold. You get +3 attacks. Any roll on to wound of a 6 ignores armor. It's like rending for 40k players. There's a lance that gives you +3 strength on the charge, and armor saves cannot be taken against wounds. But if you're not mounted, you can't use it. So whatever. But +3 on the charge. Put this on the dude with the Griffin. You get in charge +3 strength. Always strike first, so you're probably re-rolling. There's a bow that allows multiple shots of 3, and it's +1 strength, 30 inches. I don't really see any high elf players using a character with bows. If you want to shoot, go what else, you know. The armored Kalendor's back with 2+, 6+, you know. And the Fireboard special rule that gives you a +2 against fire. Shadow armor, which is it gives the unit, the guy that was wearing it, Scout and Strider special rules, and a 5+ armor save. Hey man, you can potentially scout a elf lord and be right in their ranks and take out war machines potentially. There's a shield that gives them a parry save of a 4+, and you can even use it with a magic weapon. Awesome. So 4+ parry save, and you can also get a ward save. Thank you. I'll take this. I'll take it very much. The Golden Crown, one use only, bestows a 2+ ward save on the force wounding hit suffered by the wearer. Alright, so it's like a charm shield, but it, you know, take both. Alright? But it's a talisman, so I don't think you can take both. Model on Foot, this is a new one, the Ray Shard. Model on Foot has the ambusher special rules. You can also give the ambusher rules to friendly archers or spearmen unit up to 30 models in the high elves immediately before deployment. If he does so, he immediately joins that unit and cannot leave it the turn. So that's good. You can ambush archers or spearmen. Hey guys, I'm right here. Nah. You can see that being good. The Ring of Cain contains the Soul Quench Sword Magic. It's bound level spell 3. Whatever. Fuck it. You don't really need it. There's better things. The Gem of Sunfire that gives a +1 bonus to wound. Rules of 1 always fail. That's just a rule. And provided that they have flaming attacks, they get this +1 to wound. So that's pretty good. Cloak of Beards. We all know that elves and dwarves hate each other, although they're, you know, order. But here's it. Causes fear against dwarves. No, it causes fear, but against dwarves, it causes terror. Dwarves gain the hatred special rule while attacking the wearer. In addition, roll a d6 for each magic item carried by the Warhammer dwarfs that is in base contact with the bearer. On a roll of 4+, that magic item is destroyed. Well, that's pretty good against dwarves, but situational, not a lot of dwarf players in the meta today, so I don't see people taking it. Well, it's only 10 points, but who knows. The Book of Hoeth. This is the one I was talking about. Allows you to reroll 1 dice. Set for 6, so you can still miscast. Don't try to get out of miscast. You can still miscast. However, to get that 1, and you need that 1 to pass, boom, do it. Also, you can do it if you just throw 1. You know, you have a level 4, you roll 2. You know, I fail automatically. And roll again. See if you get that 3 and get that spell off. On the Banner of the World Dragon. All models in a unit that carries a Banner of the World Dragon have a +2 ward save against wounds caused by spells, magic, and magical attacks. Hello, Ethereal. Hello, Dryads. I will fight you, and you will lose. Furthermore, all dragons, friend or foe, within 12 inches of the banner has the stubborn rule. Alright. New Warhammer High Elf book. Amazing. Not a lot of special items in there, and a lot of the special items, like the cloak that gave you ethereal and made all weapons mundane combos, not here, gone. A banner of sorcery, gone. So we did lose a lot, but we gained a lot, guys. Don't be mad about it. It's a good, solid book. Love it. Embrace it. Alright.